fast breaks, the fast takes. Welcome to the network. We're back. What's good, people? What's good? It's your boy Hassan in the building. We got the whole family here today. We got my partner in crime, Mr. Sonny Carson, in the building. We got my partner another round, Mr. Hawk Johnson, in the building. We got a lot to talk about. First of all, I just don't find it fair. I know it's summer's coming, and I know people are getting in they getting set mentally and physically. I just don't find it particularly fair that some people are gonna come on here with a goddamn tank top on, showing pecs and fucking extra arms and shit. That's just me speaking out loud. I mean,
let me scratch my hat right quick, son. You know what I'm saying? That 48 years old right there. Shannon Sharp.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Oh y'all, we are super. If y'all notice, we're super excited to be back. We've been gone for 2 weeks. Super excited to be back. The weather is great. We are in playoff season, and it has been exciting. Some teams I don't particularly care for, but it's been really, really, really exciting. And before we get going, I'm gonna be brutally honest with y'all. Yeah, well, once we get to how I feel about certain teams, you'll know. But I promise y'all gonna get 100% brutal honesty here, even if it's with people that I don't particularly care for. I'm gonna give the credit where credit is due, but I'm also gonna tear people down who deserve to be torn down. Okay, I'm gonna put that out there. I don't want nobody to think that I'm being biased, and you know how Hassan and Sonny can't stand a certain team from New York City. Excuse me, New York. But that's why we got Hawk in the building. Y'all all know he is the what's that term they use? The elder statesman, or what's that shit they be saying? Like he is a sports guy. Football is his shit, but he plays basketball, he watches basketball, but he's really here because he has been a diehard New York Knicks fan ever since I was a kid. He loves the New York Knicks. And shout out to the Knicks. We got a lot to talk about, y'all. So let's go. All right. Playoffs have been what's the word? Great, spectacular, amazing.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Yeah, it's been really crazy, man. Like watching these shits. I tell you the truth, I've been traveling a lot. So even if I miss a lot of the game, even the highlights get you crazy. You watch it like, yo, what the fuck happened? So it's been crazy. It's been a lot going on. But let's deal with what's going on right now. There are 4 teams left. There is the New York Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers, and there is the OKC Thunder versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Okay, we're gonna save the best for last. So let's deal with today is Wednesday. So tonight, or at least did it start yet, or is it gonna start?
No, not yet.
Okay. It's gonna start soon. It didn't start yet.
Okay, so let's get this out of the way. The Thunder is going against the Timberwolves, and the Thunder lead the series 3-1. Okay, we're gonna take it back before we talk about this game. Let's take it back a couple games. When y'all saw what the Thunder did to the Wolves in the first 2 games, what did you think? Sonny, you go first.
I thought it was over. I thought they were going to get swept. I'm going to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
OKC, the problem with OKC is they're a big team and their defense is stifling.
Okay.
They had Minnesota Timberwolves. They didn't know what the fuck they was doing. Especially and they know Anthony Edwards is their anchor, so they was sending double and triple teams at him, making him get the ball out of his hand. And if somebody going to beat us, it ain't going to be you. So DiVincenzo and what's his name? Nas Reed and the rest of them, y'all gonna have to do something. And it's crazy because I'm taking that shit personal. Cause all you motherfuckers was like damn near Avengers when y'all was playing the Lakers, and now y'all play OKC and you can't throw fucking the basketball in the ocean off a fucking boat. This some bullshit to me. So I don't know what's going on.
I don't understand. They've been talking about that online. Like, yo.
Son, Rudy Gobert had his best game of his life against the Lakers. He had like 25 points, 20-something rebounds. Son, this nigga, this series, I don't think he scored over 6 points a game.
Ridiculous.
He out there getting cooked. What's the tall white boy? They got two of them, Hartenstein, and the other one. I forgot his name, but he killing Rudy Gobert.
Damn, what is his name? I forgot his name.
Chet Holmgren.
Chet Holmgren is fucking killing Rudy Gobert every game.
Yep.
He is destroying him. It ain't even close. It's so bad they shouldn't even be playing Rudy Gobert. He need to just go to the fucking bench, and they need to put another forward in there. He is doing nothing to stop Chet Holmgren.
Okay.
And they're smothering Anthony Edwards. Look at the last game. He only had 15 points.
Yep.
He took 15 shots for the game.
Oh, I thought it was 13. It was 15?
15 shots for the game. 15 points. He took 2 shots in the first half.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
You can't win like that. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody trying to make Anthony Edwards the face of the league. They was like, he's going to be the next thing it. You ain't playing like it, though. You're going to have to step your fucking game up.
Yeah.
Tonight, he can start there. If he can get past this game tonight with a win, that'll help him out. But they look fucked up. And I got the boat docked on the side of the fucking. We about to let them on, son. I got what the shit they put on you in Hawaii over your neck.
The lay.
Yeah.
The lay.
Yeah, I got the lay, son. Aloha, motherfucker. Edwards. Come on the boat, nigga. I'm ready for you, son. We got your room all set up with the mini fridge, everything. You come hang out with us.
See, but wait, here's the crazy shit about it. I'm kind of okay. I love Edwards. That's my guy. Especially when they beat us, I was like, I'm gonna ride with them. Like I want the Wolves to win. You know what I'm saying? I want the team to beat to win. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with the Wolves. The thing that surprises me is if the bet. Listen, if when the Wolves beat us, I looked at everybody in their face and said, the better team won. You know what I mean? It's no arguing there. They were the better team because we was getting excited over fool's goal. We started doing well once we got Luka, but we had no big man. We had nothing in the thing. And the Wolves beat us in game 1, but when we beat their ass in game 2, they probably sat back. The coaching staff was like, oh, no. We definitely fucked up. We should take advantage of this. So they made Rudy Gobert look like the fucking Hulk. Like he was beasted because we had nothing on the inside. We had
nothing.
It was nothing we could do. He was grabbing them shits, grabbing a rebound, laying them shits back up. Yo, the shit it looked easy. It looked like he was playing against kids. So once they got to this round, I'm not saying you're supposed to do that, but you're not supposed to disappear. But it is showing that don't give Rudy Gobert that much credit. He only did that to the Lakers because the Lakers didn't have an answer. We had no big men. None. You know what I'm saying? Our defense was not good. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember at one point when we first got Luka, we was killing it so bad, and our defense like the top 5 or top 3.
Yeah, we were like top 3. Top 3.
That was during the season. That shit was fool's gold, bro. You know and motherfuckers like, the Lakers is going to the finals, baby. I was like, slow down, killer. I don't think that they going to the finals. I do think I definitely didn't expect us to lose the first round. Definitely didn't.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is I'm glad that they're showing that with Rudy, because to show you that, yo, the only reason why, don't act like he just beasted, like he was in playoff mode. He just beasted against LA. No, he was playing against children. He was a man amongst boys, and he was just killing us. Now the truth is being seen. Thunder, these motherfuckers are covered in every position, and they got a bench. You know what I'm saying? So the truth is being seen. Yo, Hawk, how do you feel about them being up 3-1?
A lot like Sonny. When I saw them go up 2-0 in the way in which they did, I was like, shit, they may get swept. But then this is why I'll always say that basketball is such a weird ass game. And I say that because two teams playing each other on any given night within the same series, you never know what's going to happen. How do you beat a team two times in a row and the third game lose by 40?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
do you do that?
Yeah,
that's true.
You know what I'm
that was
saying?
That
crazy.
shit was crazy.
Lose by 40. That was nuts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? They were left for dead. I'm like, all right. So now I guess Minnesota's going to turn it around. They're going to tie it up 2-2, and that's going to be a series. No, that ain't what happened.
Nah.
Yeah.
OKC comes back in there. He said, all right, we give you that one. And they played Ant-Man different in game 4 for the way they did in the previous 3. And
Yeah.
they basically shut his ass down. They said, nah, you can't touch the ball.
Yeah.
You're not going to touch the ball.
Yeah.
Right? Don't even come near it. We're not giving you a shot. And they locked him down. Now, to the Timberwolves' credit, that bench stepped up and made it a tight game. And so it was only a 2-point loss. But at the same time, if Ant-Man had just showed up a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
the series be tied 2-2.
Yep. He'd have just hit his average.
Exactly.
That's it. That's all. That's all. Because I heard, I'm not sure if it was Gilbert Arenas, but someone said they looked at the numbers, and I think they said OKC's bench. They had not OKC. I'm sorry. The Wolves bench had scored a lot. So he was like, "Yo, look at the bench. The bench.
Yes.
They kept them in the game. They kept them. They kept it decent.
They said if Ant-Man would have just at least his normal, like you didn't have to go crazy,
right?
But at least your normal, they could have won that. But to me, it's kind of like what Sonny said earlier. The shit that bothered me with Ant-Man was, listen, man, if the better team win, they won. It is what it is. But to me, I'm going out swinging. If I'm the face of the
better,
and yo, dude, I'm shooting yo, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather try to go to the hole and get fouled. I got to do something. He bet like he only took, you said 15 shots. That is unacceptable, bro. You can't do that.
SGA took 31 shots.
31, bro. 31 shots. So it's like, listen, man, yo, look, you're supposed to be the face of the league, and you want the credit whenever y'all do something great. Man the fuck up, bro. Step it up, bro. Because now, so do y'all think it's over tonight, or you think it's going 7?
No, I think it's over tonight.
What about you, Hulk?
So I'm just gonna say this because yo were throwing out words at the beginning trying to describe the playoffs. My word is unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
My word is unpredictable. Just about everything that's happened in this playoffs is unpredictable.
Yeah.
Nobody expected the Pacers to beat the Cavaliers.
Nope, I damn sure didn't.
I didn't either.
Nobody expected the Knicks to beat the Celtics.
I didn't.
Nope. I didn't either. So, I didn't expect Minnesota to beat the Lakers.
Exactly. So if anything, the only thing that's been consistent about these playoffs is its unpredictability. So that's why, in my opinion, even though I think OKC has a leg up, they could very well lose this game.
Yeah,
they could.
That's true.
They can.
That's true.
They only won by 2 the other night.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
So they can lose this game. It could go back. It can go back to the Timberwolves at 3-2. It can.
I am no quitter, and if I was the Wolves, I'm give it everything. Wait, sorry. Let's not take some of the blame off. What's his name too? Randall. He ain't do shit that game either. He ain't do shit.
Oh yeah, no, Randall. He was on the milk carton that day.
Exactly. Yeah. He was missing, bro. Like what the hell?
Yeah. Nah.
Like come on, bro. That shit is nuts, bro. Like pause, but that shit is crazy. I was like, yo, bro, this is it. This is the go to the big dance, bro.
Yeah.
You're supposed to leave it
Yeah,
all on the court. Leave it all on the court. You know,
yeah. This is what I tell.
I'm like,
Regular season can take you from a star to being a superstar, but performing in the playoffs and the finals, that shit creates legacy. That's where
Yep.
you get your iconic status at.
Right.
All that regular season is good. You a star, you're a superstar, but what do you want to be known for? You got to win. You got to get to the
Right.
finals. You got to win, and that's where you get iconic status from.
that's
And
true.
Edwards, he's still young. I mean, what is he like 23?
I thought
23.
I thought he's 22, 23. Okay.
Yeah, he got. I mean, he is. I got him ahead of his curve at 23. That he's a monster.
Yeah.
But he gonna grow. Maybe I mean we gonna see because the way it's getting headed, it don't look like the league getting easier. It's just gonna get harder each year.
You know
It's
what I
getting
heard?
rough out here. The team just is picking up.
Yes, but here's what I forgot. What's the guy? He's on ESPN. He's an older gentleman. And he's on not on First Take. He's on the show that's before First Take. I think they call him a Greenie or something like that.
Yeah.
Who, Mike Greenberg?
Greenberg, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So check out what Greenie said, and I was like, yo, he's 100% right. He said the day of the quote unquote super teams are over. It's done. He said all that these teams are being put together, whether it's by trade or whether motherfuckers leaving and going to, or just a lot of young hustling players. These teams are so evenly balanced. In the last how long ago, we ain't seen no back-to-back champions. I don't know how long.
Yeah.
Has been no back-to-back champion. And let's really be honest, man. SGA is really the only star, like big, like superstar on OKC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's the only superstar on the
He
team.
got dope role players, but he's the only star. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ant-Man and them, they got people who serve their purpose, good role players, but Ant-Man is the only star. So
he's the only star.
Think about it. There's no real super team. Look at the fucking Pacers, bro. I've watched the Pacers through this season. I had no idea, first of all, that they were that deep. I had no idea. They were a good team to me. Like, they were a good team.
Yeah.
I didn't look at them as a threat to anybody. And I'm going to be man enough to say, when the Knicks beat Boston, when I had a conversation with a friend of mine, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not a Knicks fan, but I told them the Knicks are going to beat, Indiana.
Yeah.
I said,
I definitely picked the Knicks to beat Indiana.
yeah, I picked the Knicks to beat them, and I was like, yo, I said, I didn't think it would be a sweep. I didn't think it'd be a sweep, but I was like, the Knicks are going to win. And now you looking at them, and I don't want to hear like, oh, which goes had a bad game, or now we're going to get to the Knicks. We're going to start on this now. But remember, I just seen Stephen A say some shit, and I know somebody personally who works for, he used to work for the Lakers. He works for Utah now. He was like, he's trying to blame Tibbs. He's like, yo, it's the fucking coaching, and it's so and so and so and so. Okay, listen, I get it. We all look for somebody to blame.
Yeah, somebody got to take the blame.
Somebody has to take the blame, and we're gonna get to you guys' opinion on that. But I just want to say, it's Tibbs' defense and Tibbs that he's been this kind of coach since I've first seen him.
Yeah, he's always been like that in Chicago.
Yeah, these guys are just gritty, and he needs 100%. He needs 100% the entire 48 minutes. I need 100%. I need you to like. That's why when the game be over, if you look at the players, they be tired as shit. So you can't get me here. I'm not saying he can't take none of the blame, but you can't just blame Tibbs. Why can't the better team just be winning?
Yeah, a lot of people blame Tibbs, but because they say he burned his stars out. That's why they always blaming him. He played them so much, especially now in the playoffs. You play every other night, so if you got OG Anunoby and Brunson and them, they playing 39, 40 minutes every game. They gonna be dead tired come next game or whatever. He only played like 7 players. His rotation. You playing against Indiana Pacers is playing 10, 11 people.
Yep.
So they putting in a fresh 5 at every other quarter. You know what I'm saying? In the Knicks, I mean, it's a myriad of things that's going around, but I don't like the blame thing. You know how I do. If we go as a team, then we're gonna lose as a team. It was all our fault. It's always some shit that I could have did better. You could have did better. I could have got another rebound. You could have made a better pass. It's us. So I don't like the pointing the finger shit. That's just me.
I don't like that shit. I'm good. I'm good with that. But now that we have branched off into that series, I'm gonna go to Hawk first. First, let me just set this up for y'all, for all you guys out there. Thank you for tuning in. I gotta set something up for y'all. The other night, I get a text message. I'm minding my business. I'm a hard-working black man. I'm minding my business. I get a text message that night, and it's from, of all people, my cousin, the one who you happen to see on the show right now. And he's like, hey, I just watched the last episode. You guys, old people, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but basically trying to say you guys were wrong and y'all tore the guest up that day, which is Sean. Shout out to Sean. He said y'all tore Sean apart. Even somebody else I know hit me. She go, that poor guy who was on that show, y'all. I said he came on. He knew what was coming for. He knew damn well what was coming. But he was like, "Yo, you guys were wrong. This is what this cousin was saying to me, the one that happened to be on the show right now. You guys were wrong, and we got a lot to talk about. So I'm glad we got the Timberwolves and OKC out the way. Let's get into it now. So before we get into the Knicks and the Pacers, let's jump back to the Knicks versus the Boston Celtics. That's why we attacked the last guy that was on the show. And my cousin said that we were wrong and we were too hard on him. I need to know how you feel about. I need you to tell the people what you were trying to convey to me. How you felt. Yeah, no, how you felt when you watched that last episode and you saw that we was dissing the Knicks and
So it was early in the playoffs. It was before the Boston Celtics Knicks series, and you all had your predictions, and rightly so. And y'all were basically giving it to Sean, but like with reckless abandon, just going in hard. And I'm like, damn. And Sean was like, look. He was stuck. I was like, damn, so I feel you for you, bro. I feel you for you. But and so it was interesting that episode went that way. And there was another episode that came after that, but that was the one that caught the real attention just because of the strong opinions that were conveyed towards the Knicks and their potential throughout the playoffs. Yeah. And as fate would have it, not only did the Knicks beat the Pistons in 6 games, they beat Boston in 6 games. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you, and Han knows this because I said it. I didn't expect the Knicks to get past Boston.
True.
I said it. I said, no, I'm not one of the Knicks fans that be like, nah, we going all the way. No, I'm realistic. I know sports. I coach. I know what it is. This team is just too good.
Gotcha.
And I'll be the first one to admit I was wrong. I was wrong. As some would say, well, Mark, that's why they play the games. And you're right.
Yeah, that's why they play the games.
That's why they play the games. Because there is such a thing as upsets. And that wasn't no mild upset. I thought that was a major upset when the Knicks won that series against Boston. And that's the way I'll take it. Go ahead.
Oh no, good. I was just thinking about something. Keep going.
Oh, so that was basically it. So that's why I sent you that text saying, yo, y'all need to eat some crow because
that's what he said.
Yeah, I said y'all need to eat some crow because what y'all said was going down, the exact opposite happened. So that's why I said what I said.
Okay, I have one thing I want to say, and I said this to Sean too. Once the Knicks won against Boston, Mark should know this. Sonny, you definitely know this, and Sean knows this. I don't believe in any excuses at all. I wouldn't give a fuck if, God forbid, knock on wood, if 4 people out of the Celtics starting 5 legs fell off and they fucking couldn't play. I wouldn't care. Y'all should have 4 more people ready to step it up.
Yeah.
And fucking play. So I'll be the first one to say that. I hate when people lose. They go, well, like, let's say if whoever your favorite team is, like the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies lose, well, Ja ain't 100%. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I want to hear that shit.
If this is the NBA, I don't want to hear that shit. But we can we can speak truthfully here. We can speak truthfully here. What I'm saying is, we knew Boston was fucked up, bro. Porzingis got some shit wrong with him. I thought basketball should have been the last thing on his mind. They said at one point he literally couldn't breathe. He caught some sort of infection like a month or 2 before, and they he went to the hospital. They gave him antibiotics and all that, and he thought he beat it, but the shit wasn't going. Like, he literally, one time he tried to play on one, I think it was like game 2 or game 3. They said, if you go back and you listen to what they said the coaching staff and them said he literally could not breathe. So they couldn't put him back out. And you do know, for not saying they need him to win, but he is a major part of what they do. You know what I'm saying? He proved that shit last season when they won. Like you feel me? So what I'm saying was, I'm not making excuses. The only reason why I'm bringing these things up, it has nothing to do with Hawk, because he's always kept it a buck. He's gonna stand on. He gonna stand 10 toes down. Whether it's no matter what sport that we watch. This is who I like. This is what it is. So I'm gonna do the same. But the only reason why I'm bringing this stuff up now about Porzingis, and they said somebody else wasn't Al. What's his name? What's the last name? Is it Horford? That's how you say
Horford. Yeah, Horford.
Yeah, okay. Sonny, his name reminds me of Al that I work with. That's
Horton. Yeah,
Horton. That's why I always get the last.
Yeah, I was thinking of that too.
So, but they said he wasn't 100%, and then Tatum went down. And the only reason why I'm saying these things is this is the reason why, because Sonny's going to agree with me on this one too. I really didn't have a dog in this race, because everybody know I am a rival. We have a rivalry with the Knicks ever since I was young, because I was a Jordan fan. So I always was against it. And now, if you break the Knicks up individually, I like a bunch of them. I like Hart. Brunson is a beast. Like they got really good pieces. I like them, just like the Golden State Warriors. When everybody asks me about them, I used to break down. I go, oh, Clay is a monster. So Steph, oh my God, he is. Hey, Draymond, I'll give them all credit individually, but when you talk about the Golden State Warriors, fuck them. Nah, bro, I'm good. But if you talk about them separately, that's how I feel about the Knicks. If you ask me to break down certain things about certain players, I'll be like, yo, they are fire. But then you put them together and they put that Knicks uniform on, fuck them. I really don't care about them. Fuck them. Right?
Yeah.
Now, with saying that, the reason why I'm bringing, for all y'all out there to go, well, if you're not making excuses, why are you talking about Tatum and Porzingis and Horford? I'm going to tell you why. And I told Sean this. You Knicks fans, and I hope you turn this volume up when I say this shit. Y'all are the most, what's the word? Y'all have no, y'all are a bunch of savages. Knicks fans are fucking savages, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's been that way ever since we were young. It's like, yo, y'all will turn, but I'm not pointing this to Hawk. I'm talking about key Knicks fan, and I'm talking about the majority. Majority Knicks fan, yo, y'all are fucking animals, man. Yo, did y'all see when they beat Boston? Yo, dude, even Fat Joe spoke about it, who was a diehard Knicks fan. Son, did you see the videos? Remember, we live in 2025. Everybody has a phone. Everyone has a camera on their phone. They're taping everything. The Knicks, the Knicks fans, their favorite line is SMD. Suck my dick.
Yeah.
Like, bro, they running up on people on camera. Yo, boy, suck my dick, son. So, and I'm sitting there like, and I'm talking about men.
That's New York, though. That's New York.
Women and children. And I'm not acting like I'm some Mr. High Sadiddy, but I swear to God, I was sitting there watching that shit. I might as well have tea in my hand. I was like, look at these animals. I'm looking at I'm just saying, cuz they are crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's New York.
Yo, dude, it got so bad. And here's what I text this to Sean too. I go, this is why, because remember, Sonny, me and you was on the same side. Because when it comes to Boston, I didn't want Boston to win again. Because and the Lakers,
that's the only team I hate more than the Knicks is Boston, because they got one more championship than the Lakers. So I damn sure they want them to win.
That's what
they got 18. Like, we got 17. They got 18.
They got 18. So I was like, I don't want them to win again. So I was like, but my point is, once I saw the way Knicks fans had acted, I was like, I hope y'all fucking get y'all ass whooped. Bruh, yo, Knicks fans is so crazy. Please tell me y'all saw the video online. That poor man who had a fucking Indiana Pacers jersey on.
Oh, you mean when they ripped it off his body?
No, the one. No, okay, no, I ain't see that one. I'm talking about
the one. No, the one you talking about, the one where they threw trash at him.
Dude, they was beating him with trash.
Yeah, dude, they got another one though. He outside, son. He start walking, they start tugging that shit. Nigga, they rip this shit. Nigga, even the police like, yo, chill. They push the cops out the way and I'm gonna send it to you. They rip this nigga.
Nah. See, to me, they take it too, bro. That's crazy, Sonny. Yeah. And not to mention, them jerseys are expensive, man.
Hell yeah.
So, because now watch this. This is why, and this is another reason why I'm glad you're here, Hawk. Y'all wonder why me and Sonny was so hard on Sean, who was the guest that day. I'm gonna tell you why. If it was you, and I know you are a diehard Knicks fan, we wouldn't have never came at you as we went at him. I'm gonna tell you why with Sean. Because Sean, no matter what, we could be talking about flowers outside. Sean got an excuse for everything. He has an excuse for everything. So even if we're proving a point, he's like, no, so-and-so and so-and-so. Oh, no, blah, 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 blah. And that gets you worked up even more. And that makes me want to just start spitting venom at him. Venom. Because you wouldn't talk like that. If you being a diehard fan, you know what I'm saying?
He said that when he was just making his whole analysis. The one thing that Hawk say that Sean will never say, he said, yo, I deal with reality. I'm a realist. Sean is not a realist.
Facts.
He will not tell you a real, like, if you watch that joint, we just asked him very simple stuff. Yo, Sean, just be honest and just you know, I mean, it could. I'm just saying. The Knicks, you know, if the ball hit the top of the square and hit the shot clock, and then I'll be like, yo, come on, man, I can't. Like you say, he got an excuse for everything.
It's for everything, bruh. When he was texting me, I texted him back. I said, y'all need to get some couth with y'all shit. And I'm telling him about the Knicks fan getting beat with the garbage. Not the Knicks fan.
That was crazy.
Getting beat with the garbage, right? Do you know what his response was to me, bro? And I texted, I said, that's it. I'm done. I said, I'm done. Instead of you going, how we both, Hawk, you and Sonny sat there and said, yeah, that's too much, man. They beating people with garbage from outside, and the guy was walking, and he's walking, and he's like, yeah, bitch, and hitting them with I don't mean a piece of garbage, like a piece of paper.
No, they had bag garbage,
garbage, trash bags of garbage. That shit. So I'm telling him, Ben Stiller, the actor.
Yeah.
I know. He posted up. He said, Tyrese Halliburton is a class act because he found the guy on social media and paid for the guy and a guest to fly to Indiana. He paid for everything.
Oh, that's dope.
Gave you tickets. Yeah.
Right. And Ben Affleck, not Ben Affleck, Ben Stiller said, I am a diehard Knicks fan. And he was telling Knicks fans, we are better than this. We're better than this.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all. And guess what he wrote me back? He basically said, and I don't want to misquote him, but he basically said, well, basically that's what he get, because why would you wear a Pacer jersey at the Garden? I go, Sean.
Nigga, it's a sporting event.
Do you know how many games I've been to where I'm at the home team game and I got on a different jersey?
So when I go to Brooklyn games when the Lakers come, I got Laker everything.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be, yo, bro, it's, you know how many times I've been at, and I'm talking about back when the rivalry was real, back when Jordan was playing in the book. Do you know how many Knick games I've been to? And I had on and I'm talking about, we went to the fucking playoff game, and I had a Knick. And if one of them heathens would have threw garbage on me, I'd been uglier than a motherfucker, bro. I don't play that. And he got the nerve to talk about, well, you know, that's what he get for wearing them. I go, what are you talking about? But watch this. But it's very hypocritical, because if that was his family member who was at the game and got beat garbage, Sean be like, get the guns. We're going to find every last one of them. And so. So you can't have it both ways. That's all. That's why we gave him such a hard time, because you can't have an intellectual conversation with him.
Yeah, I get you. And I got to say it, if I didn't say it earlier, that was foul. I think the Knicks fans, while excited, they were doing too much. Yeah, I get it. You beat Boston, because I even as a diehard Knick fan, I know a lot of them didn't think we could beat Boston. Mm-hmm. I know they didn't. So if they say it now, they're lying. Right? A lot of them didn't think they could be Boston. So when they did, it kind of felt like they just won the chip, even though we still got, you know what I'm saying? Even though we still got 2 more series to go. But my thing is, I mean, it's all right to celebrate, but have some class, man. You're just doing way too much. You're doing there's no reason for y'all to be harassing the man like that. You want to talk shit? Fine, talk shit. But don't be throwing trash at the man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Don't be don't be whipping the jersey off his back. Come on.
That shit was crazy. You got to see that other video.
The line into physicality, and now we're talking about getting arrested. You know what I'm saying? So they need to calm that shit down.
Listen, I will, and here's why I don't want people to get it twisted. Just because we go against the Knicks, please don't get it twisted. I am a New Yorker, number one, and will always be. No matter where I live, it's New York till the end. I love where I come from, because New York made me who I am. I am built because of New York. And a lot of people know New Yorkers are built different. We are built different. Our way of thinking is built different. We are straight up hustlers. But so what I'm saying is, I know a lot of them people out there were like younger, but it was some older ones out there too who was our age. I just thought it was like, as Ben Stiller said, we're better than that. I don't mind y'all yelling. Yo, I don't even mind y'all getting on my timeline. I was like, we still playing. Y'all bitch ass Lakers ain't doing shit.
Oh yeah, I got tore apart. Forget
I gotta eat that though.
We gotta eat that. When they beat, I had to go into work. Son, I took a picture. Nigga, they put so much shit over my desk, everything. It was like, yeah, nigga, the Knicks. Told you, son. Lakers ain't shit. So they couldn't even get out the first round, bum ass. Yo, tell LeBron come over to New York if he want to get another ring. Bum ass niggas. You got, like you said, like Hawk said, you gotta eat it, son. You gotta eat it.
Like I'm good, but I don't condone. Dog, do you? Come on, let's really be honest. Us being from New York, I'm not sure about you, Hawk, but I could easily say this to Sonny. Look at him in his face. When we was like 18, 19 years old, let's really be honest. SMD was our favorite line. Every time somebody said
that's a New York thing.
That is a New York thing. Like this is like suck money, whatever. And I'm gonna be honest with you. One of my business partners who happened to be a part of my family, Corey Rooney, I remember my first record deal. I remember sitting in Sony Music and him, and I told this one dude, not an executive, it was a dude that was with Corey, which you know him, Sonny, Bimmy. He said something, and I was like, what? Yeah, SMD, you know, but I said it, whatever. Because hey, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? So I remember Corey telling me, I remember him saying, yo, if you really serious about doing this in your life, you can't talk like that, bro. Like you can't be. And from that day on, it would have to be, I don't think I've ever used it. Like it's just, to me, it's just so many other terms to use. To invite somebody to your shit is mad disrespect. And I know they don't mean it that way, but it's like, for us, all you Knicks fans are on TV, like, they said the Knicks haven't made it to the conference final in 25 years. or 23.
Yeah.
It's 23 or 25. I
It's
can't
been a
remember.
long time.
Right. So what
2000.
I'm saying is, for you to finally get there, yo, I'm telling you, diehard Knicks fans like Fat Joe. Fat Joe was like, this shit is amazing. I don't even understand this. He was like, yo, these people, bruh, it's just too much. Come on, y'all. Y'all on national TV. Oh, matter of fact, it got so bad. What's the dude that be on First Take he's been covering LeBron? He big. Brian
Oh, Wendy.
Yeah, Wendy.
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 Bruh, did y'all see the clip where Wendy is leaving the studio and he's walking down? And you know, in New York, you can walk on the side. He's probably going to where the cars are parked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walking, they got their phone out and they take.
Yeah.
How you feel about that, Wendy? When he's like, and every time he try to answer, he's about to give you
Yeah.
NBA answer. Well, you know, I think, who gives a fuck what you think? Suck my bro. Sonny, this shit was so crazy.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Yo, bro, I swear to God, Windhorse was like this when he was walking. At one point, he was like this. Like, okay. Like, yo. So my point is, yo, y'all wilding with that.
That's New York.
Oh, that's
New York, Wendy. How you think?
great.
Well,
Right there.
Wendy, take off your motherfucking watch. Nigga, give me your wallet. Nigga.
Yo, I just think they were a little too much, and I think that pushed me over the edge, and that's why when the Pacers won the first two games in New York, let me tell you something. Ask Sonny. I said nothing to nobody. I said, I'm not going to say nothing because I believe in karma. If I start talking shit, I felt that it could turn around. So I said, so Sonny texted me. Sonny said, oh, shit, boy. And I was like, I said, Sonny, I'm not saying nothing. I said, I'm not gonna say nothing. And my dumb ass got so gassed from Sonny because he was talking shit. I was like, yeah. I text Sean the next day because he said, remember, he said he wanted to come back on the show. I texted him.
Yeah.
I said, how's that looking now? You still want to come back on the show? You still want to come back on the show? And he was like, yeah, well, I still want my apology and blah, 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 blah. And then he was like, well, it ain't over. And in my mind, I was like, yeah, all right. So I said, yeah, whatever. So I said what I said, and I should have shut my mouth. Because that next game, what happened? Indiana
the Knicks
up
won
by 20.
Yep.
And the Knicks came back and beat them. I said, that's exactly what you get. Shut up and wait until it's over. So yesterday, was it yesterday they played or the day before? It was yesterday, right?
Yesterday.
So yesterday. When they played, I seen the first half, but I had to go to take care of some business. I had to go to screen it. All I kept doing was checking on my phone, going to the NBA.com, and I was like, oh shit, we up by like 14. I was like, oh shit. Close that shit. I opened that shit back up. The Knicks was only down by like 6. I was like, motherfucker. And I ain't say nothing. But even though Indiana pulled it out, I said nothing to no one. I am not beefing. I'm not. So now with saying that, we're going to go to the Knicks fan first. With the Pacers up 3-1, who do you think going win the series, and how far do you think it's going?
Right now, just based on what I've been seeing, I don't believe it'll go past 6 games. And I'm going to explain you why. I heard you guys talking about who's to blame. Is the players? Is the coach? Da, 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 da. I'm just going to tell you what I observed. The Knicks' style of play is a bad matchup for the Pacers.
Okay.
Tibbs' coaching philosophy is a bad matchup for the Pacers. I'm going to explain to you why. Okay. Pacers want to get up and down the floor. Pacers want to use 9, 10 guys in the rotation. You can't be a Knicks team reluctant to play more than 7 guys if you want to run with them. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, if you do decide that you want to run with them, which you shouldn't anyway, you should be playing your game.
Yep.
You can't run with just 7 guys.
Got you.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
You cannot do it.
That's true.
It's impossible.
That's a fact.
You want to play their style of game, and they're rotating 9, 10, maybe even 11 guys, and you're doing 7.
Yeah.
Just based on that alone, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right off the bat.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. The one game that the Knicks won, look at the halftime score. Both teams have scored under 50 points. That's the Knicks' pace.
Yeah, you got to slow it down.
That's the Knicks' pace against this team.
Okay.
And that's why they won.
Yeah.
That's why they won that game. The other reason why they won that game is because they played more than 7 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't they change their starting lineup that game?
They changed their starting lineup. They started, instead of Hart, they started Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson. Yeah.
They started Robinson.
Yeah.
They changed the lineup up, and the Pacers like, what's this? You know, they shoot a little bit. All right. And I'm like, all right, good move, Tibbs. Now let's see what you do in game 4. You reverted back to the same bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that.
I was just about to ask you guys, why do you think that he reverted back? Like, I didn't understand that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't answer that one.
I don't know. I don't know what the man's thinking. I don't know what's in his head, but I know how he coaches.
Mm-hmm.
And I know his approach to coaching this team this way is not a good match against the Pacers style of play. And that's why if he doesn't change it up, this will not go past 6 games. I do believe the Knicks can get a second game, but playing this way, I don't believe they can win it in 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if the Knicks lose in 6 games, I got a strong feeling that he might be out of a job.
You think? I seen that online. Somebody was saying that. You think so?
I think so.
I think that.
I think so. Remember, the Knicks played the Pacers last year. They went 7 games with them, and the Knicks was hurt.
Yeah.
Right.
You got a fully healthy team now. When you lose in 5 or 6, they're gonna have to check. He gonna lose his job.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so hypothetically, y'all, if by chance, because I'm not even gonna get on the Knicks because anything is possible. The Knicks are still breathing. They got a chance. I think the Pacers are gonna beat them, but the Knicks are still breathing. They have a chance to fucking win this shit. My question for you is, hypothetically, if the Knicks lost, do you I'm talking about personally, you guys, do y'all think it would be justified to fire Tibbs after everything he's done for them and how he's changed the Knicks? Like, bro, these motherfuckers they're not just a good ball club, they are contenders.
Yeah, they're contenders.
So do you think that it's fair to fire him? They made it to the conference final, bro. These motherfuckers ain't do shit in 25 years.
I mean, basketball, like it's like Hawk. I understand, like how Hawk said, basketball is mad unpredictable like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Some shit happened, and like you were just saying, somebody got to take the blame for this shit.
Yeah,
somebody got to go down. So it might wind up being him. I remember, what was it, like almost toward the end of the season? Even the players was complaining, like, "Yo, you playing us too much." Oh. They came out and said, like, "Yo, Tibbs, you gotta open up that rotation.
Yep.
You gotta stop playing just 7 players. You gotta allow us to heal and get some rest."
Yep.
Okay.
You're doing too much. Like, I understand you play your stars the most, but you can't play your stars all the time. They can't play 40 minutes every game. Remember that shit fucked Derrick Rose up.
Yep.
Him and the center that was with Chicago.
Noah.
Yeah.
Joakim Noah.
Blew out their fucking wheels. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers blew their wheels, and you can't keep playing like that. Yeah. So I don't say it's like a 60-40. He might stay, he might go. But I think I got a strong feeling if they lose to the Pacers in 6, he gonna lose his job. They gonna cut him loose.
I gotta answer it like this, because let's say they lose in 5 or 6 games. I don't think that in and of itself should cause Tibbs to lose his job because here's why. If you fire him after he took this team to the Eastern Conference Finals because he didn't beat the Pacers, then I got a problem with management because you guys think you put together a championship caliber team when I don't believe
it. Mm. Yeah.
Okay? I think they're a very good team.
Yeah.
I don't think they're a championship caliber team.
I agree with that.
You feel me? So if you fire Tibbs, that means y'all think this is a championship caliber team.
Yes.
But I think the management do think that.
That's true.
For what they put out, for the Mitchell Robinson, they traded they got Carl Anthony Towns, they got what's his name from the Nets. They gave him they gave all the pick.
They gave like 5 draft picks.
The management might think, yo, we got enough to win. It might be, I think the management might be like, I think we got enough. So you know what I'm saying? It could be either or.
Yeah. And I have a problem with that because I disagree. Number one, I like Mikal Bridges, but he wasn't worth no 5 picks.
He damn sure wasn't worth that.
He's
Hell
good though. I will, but I'll give him his credit. I do like him, but just like you said,
like I said, I like him.
Yeah.
He ain't worth no 5 picks.
He wasn't worth no 5 picks.
He worth no
Come
5.
on, he wasn't no 5 picks.
Nah, that's crazy.
Y'all went after him like he was the missing piece. I'm like, no, he's a piece.
Yeah,
he's not the piece.
Yeah, he ain't 5 draft pick piece.
Nah. Exactly. So I'm like, no, y'all are delusional if that's what y'all thinking. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, a lot is riding on how they do right here. Whether Tibbs keeps his job or not, in my opinion. But at the same time, they better take a good look in the mirror. Like, all right, what do we need to do to tweak this to keep this going?
Mm-hmm.
You better not sit here and say, "Oh, we just need to change the coach and we'll be fine." Because I slap the shit out of you. Don't you do that? All right, don't you do that. You need to say, "All right, what can we get to take us a step further?" Because let's be honest. On paper, like I said, we all know that's why they play the games. But let's be honest. On paper, they're at least the 3rd best team in the conference.
Yes.
Oh, easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. On paper. Let me just say, let's be real. On paper, if you line up name for names, they might be the 2nd best team in the conference behind Boston.
Second.
If you're going name for name,
if you going name for name, who else on? Because on paper,
but you don't think Cleveland's roster was better than the Knicks?
Not name. I mean, they got Mobley.
I forgot about them. I agree.
I still think name for name that the Knicks might have them.
You think so?
Carl Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, Brunson, OG Anunoby, Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, for name, I think the Knicks might have them.
Oh yeah, he got a point there because I'm like, I can't even as good as Cleveland is. I can't really name them motherfuckers like name for name. Like I think they work better as a unit.
Yeah, as a unit.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going name for name, okay. Here's the last question. This is got something to do with what y'all just said, and I really want to hear you guys answer to this shit. Looking at how this is going, if hypothetically, should I say they lose this round, or if they even lose in the finals? Okay, yes, do it that way. Whether the Knicks win this round or lose this round, if they lose this round, or even if they make it to the finals.
Okay.
And let's say, I already said if they make it to the final, I didn't think they was winning. I'm sorry, like because
Right.
Minnesota or what you call it, OKC.
OKC.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
so it's better. But anyway, let's just say whether they lost this round or whether they lost in the finals.
Right.
I need to hear from y'all individually. This is my last question of the night. Do you think this is the Knicks' only window that next year for them? Like, I'm not saying it was a fluke. You know, sometimes they go, sometimes when they be talking about team, they go, this was your shot. You might not get this next year. So if whether it's trades or whether people come back healthy, Cleveland comes back healthy, completely healthy. Boston comes back completely healthy. Indiana comes back completely healthy, and maybe some trades, whatever. Do you think that this is not saying the Knicks will fail next year, but this is their window? They have to take advantage of it this year. Because when they beat Boston, I said if they come back next year and the team is pretty much the same, but people are healthy, I don't think they're going to beat Boston again.
Yeah.
So do you think this is their only window with the looking at the other teams in the East? Do you think this year is the Knicks' only window, or do you think that they have a chance to get back here? I'm talking about here in regards of Eastern Conference Finals or to the finals. Do you think they get here next year?
I think the Knicks got a three. I think the Knicks got a 3-year window this year and the next 2 years.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why now, because of the thing. First of all, Boston coming back next year, they're gonna have a completely different team. Jason Tatum not gonna play next year. He's out the whole season next year.
Yeah.
So they're not even gonna have Tatum for next year. And they already talking about they already talking about looking for somebody to take Jaylen Brown off their hands. Remember, him and Tatum make damn near $600 million between those two. They cannot keep that on their payroll.
That's
one of them gotta go.
That's
so they looking into getting somebody to take Jaylen Brown off their hands. They're not gonna get rid of Tatum. He's gonna miss the next season. Boston not even gonna be close to what they was this year. Coming next year, Cleveland. Nobody saw Cleveland do what they did this year. Nobody had Cleveland being the second or first best team in the Eastern Conference.
Not at all.
I think, they good, but they not that good. I still think the Knicks could be better than Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Philadelphia. Indiana gonna be Indiana. Philadelphia got no hope. Orlando, I don't see nobody else. So I get a Knicks 3-year window. This is not their only year. If they come back with the same team next year or tweak a little bit of pieces, they can go back to the conference finals, even to the finals. Because you can take Boston out. Who knows what Philadelphia is gonna do? They gonna be Embiid. He can't get on the fucking court to even clean the shit. So who knows what it's gonna be? I get a Knicks 3 years. This year and the next 2 years to get back to the finals.
Okay.
I agree with that. I don't think their window closes this year, regardless if they go to the finals or not. Why? Because number one, I didn't expect them to get here in the first place. Mm-hmm. That's number one. Number two, I expect them to get better during the offseason. And that includes even if they don't do anything with the coach. Okay. If they do something with the coach, then already that changes the approach to the game, because I don't know anybody in the coach in the league, any other coach in the league that is running 7 players a game. I don't know anybody else.
No.
Okay. So that automatically changes. And when I saw what I saw when Tibbs started putting these other kids in, I'm like, yo, these guys can play. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Give them some burn.
Yeah.
Give them some burn so these guys can get a rest.
They said if Tom Thibodeau gets fired, the Knicks' number 1 acquisition would be Denver's old head coach, Mike Malone.
Okay. I'm gonna throw this out to y'all because, and I know it's not gonna happen, but I think he was the mastermind of one of the best teams in the league right now, and I think he's been blackballed. He's a native New Yorker. He's a Queens homeboy. Mark Jackson need to come and coach the damn Knicks. Okay, but Mark Jackson need to come and coach the Knicks.
So they been disrespecting Mark Jackson for years.
Yeah.
Yo,
right?
Years.
but
He
yo,
need to come and coach the Knicks. Straight
listen.
up.
I can definitely agree with that. I love Mark Jackson. You know, he showed that he was a great coach. He's
Yep.
the one that put together that Golden State team.
Golden
You
State.
know what I'm
The
saying?
Splash Brothers. He
Yeah.
created that.
Yeah,
He's the one
he
who
did.
so, but okay, and I hate to go here because I know we got to be up out of here. But my question to you was, it's been so many coaching jobs. People's like Mark Jackson, and they will not do it. And we do know the powers that be. Once you're on their shit list,
Yeah,
you're there. But
Yeah.
it has never become clear to me. It's been rumors, but I never. Maybe you guys heard something. Why is it that they have blackballed him and shunned him? I don't understand. I've met Mark Jackson a few times. He's a nice guy. I heard his players say he was a great guy.
yeah,
Don't know who did he piss off where he can't get a job as a coach.
yeah. From what they said was when before he got fired in Golden State, he got into it or he spoke out and said some real negative shit toward the owners of the Golden State Warriors. Joe Lacob and the other guy that owned it, he said some like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they need to do this. They don't really know. Like, I guess they was new owners when they just bought Golden State. He was like, yeah, they kind of, you know what I mean? They don't run the team the way it's supposed to be run or some shit. He said something, you can look it up. He said something negative toward the owners of the team. And you know that once you speak out against the owner, Hawk knows this better than anybody, especially in like NFL owners, you're fucking done.
They all stick together.
They all stick together. That's that collusion shit.
Yeah.
You're fucking done. Oh, so you gonna talk shit?
Yeah.
They'll get together in their private meetings and be like, yo, listen, collectively, don't nobody hire him. He's fucking finished.
Yeah.
Don't give him a job in no team.
Yeah.
And they all stick, they billionaires and they all gonna run together. The NFL do the same shit.
Yeah.
They do the
I
same
heard
thing.
the same exact thing. I heard the same exact thing that he got into it with the owners, and I think shortly thereafter, I think someone said that and I can't remember who said it. They said, yeah, the word is that Mark Jackson is difficult to work with. I'm like,
Yeah,
he
that's what
ain't
they put that difficult label on you.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, yeah. He was like, he ain't difficult to work with. He just says some shit that this particular ownership didn't like, and they spread the word, and now they said, you know what, you're done.
Yeah,
That's, in my opinion, that's what happened.
yeah,
but
some bullshit.
like,
Yeah,
yo, the man deserves to be coaching right now.
I agree. And let me tell you something. You want to do something great for NYC? If they hired Mark Jackson as
It would be nuts. It would go crazy.
would be yo, bro. That shit. I would be I would be wearing a freaking Knicks jersey and be like, yeah, babe. Hold on now.
They go crazy.
I wouldn't
But that's the so Hawk, just before we leave, I just wanted to ask Hawk since he only with the football shit. So do you think they collectively did that shit to Shedeur Sanders?
We talked to I don't know, man.
I'm just gonna say this. I think GMs talked about their experience with Shedeur.
Mm-hmm.
I think they talked about it. Now, whether they collectively could put the kibosh on him, I don't know, because like I told Ha, there's a couple of things that Shedeur and Dion screwed up on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah. And I think it was because of that, combined with Shedeur's interviews with some of those GMs, that they said, nah, we're gonna pass on this. You know, I mean, I know we don't have a whole lot of time, and I can get into way more depth about it, but that's how I feel about it.
Wait, and speaking of Shedeur, I gotta say this, man, and I hope you guys peep this. You know what I love about him, bro? What I fucking love about this dude, and this is what you want. You ain't born this way. This is something you was taught, and us knowing that Deion Sanders, his father, you know where he got it from,
right?
Yeah.
What you know what people are afraid of, but what I love a confident black man. someone who is sure of himself and got that much. It's sometimes when you're that confident, it comes off as arrogance, but it's
Arrogance,
not,
yeah.
arrogant,
Yeah.
bruh. The way, even remember when they was expecting him the first round, then the second round, every time, because we live in a world again on social media, as you know, everybody, you know, his brothers is taping him. He got, I even, I know somebody could say, well, you know, of course he got a smile for the camera. No, bruh, the confidence that he has embodied, how he walks around and how sure of himself, I love that because I feel that way about me. Like if you don't love yourself and if you ain't as sure, if you're not that sure of yourself, nobody will be. And I really applaud that young man because because like some people could fake it and be like, well, you know, maybe the next round, but you could see it. You'd be like, he's pissed. Like he ain't, that motherfucker was like, yo, well, I just want to get in. That's what he kept saying. I just want to get in. And now I'm going to show you who I am. And I believe if given the chance, he will be successful. I'm not saying he's going to be his dad or like I'm talking on the level of popularity. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that confidence that he embodies and how he walk around. When I say I love that, I applaud that shit, bro. Because let me tell you something right now. I treat everybody fair, but I walk in the room, I be like, none of these motherfuckers better than me. Like I know what I bring to the table. So I love that. I fucking love that. So shout out to him. Shout out to all you guys out there. Like I always tell y'all can be anywhere in the world, but y'all here with us. We are going to debut this episode. We are shooting on a Wednesday. We normally don't shoot on Wednesday. We're shooting tonight, and this episode will be out tomorrow. Thursday will be out tomorrow. And we got some surprises with you guys for another round. We got some good shit. Wait till y'all hear this shit. We start shooting that shit next week. I just want to tell y'all, I appreciate it, man. Y'all could. I know you guys got busy days, but I need you guys to spread the word, like, share, subscribe, get the word out there. I definitely appreciate y'all. Shout out to the OKC Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. Who do y'all got tonight on the way out? Who you got, Sonny?
OKC.
OKC for the win to end it. Who you got, Hawk?
I think OKC is going to do it.
Okay. I think I'm going with because they're home, right? OKC's home.
They're OKC. Yeah, they're OKC.
Yes, sir. I'm going with OKC. I'm going with them. And tomorrow, shout out to the Knicks. Like I said, I'm a fair person. I may not be on y'all side, but shout out to the Knicks and Indiana. So tomorrow, who you got, Sonny?
The Knicks.
Got the Knicks. Hawk?
I got the Knicks tomorrow night.
The Knicks. I got Indiana. Fuck.
Of course you do.
I appreciate all y'all. And we're going to see y'all next week for the network, y'all.
All right.
Y'all.
Peace.